All right, so today we're going to break down one of the most shocking developments in the ongoing legal storm surrounding Sean Diddy Combs. And what makes this one very different is because of the details Burrowes was filing up in the long-standing claims he made for years by former Diddy bodyguard Gene Deal. So this isn't just gossip. This is a sworn testimony, and this has to be one of the most consistent first-hand accounts coming from the people who are actually there. So let's get it. According to the lawsuit, Kirk Burrowes accuses Diddy of sexual assault, coercion, and extremely abusing behavior going back for decades. Gene Deal has said that when he first read the comments, he read the document, he had a moment of deja vu because the rumors about Puff and Kirk weren't new. Gene claims that back in the 90s, people in the industry whispered that Diddy and Kirk were far more than just colleagues. And there was even eyewitness situations that raised eyebrows. So Gene Deal says he literally followed Puff and Kirk's house late at night when the money was being dropped off from the club promotion. And then Puff would stay there Kirk should stay there even though he had his own apartment. Now, Gene never exposed these rumors publicly because he said he was waiting for Kirk to speak for himself. And this is true, guys. If you remember back years ago, this is what he actually said. But now that the lawsuit is out, he is saying everything people accuse him of lying about and being confirmed in someone else's words. One of the biggest bombshells is the filing on Burrowes describing sexual misconduct by Diddy, including sodomy, coercion, situations where Burrowes claims he would not legally consent because Puff was his boss. Gene points out that even if two adults agree to something, when one is your CEO and the other is an employee, the law considers that a powerful imbalance. That's where it becomes illegal. But the lawsuit goes deeper. It reaches all the way to when the night that Biggie was killed. So Gene Deal says that he went to Burrowes first that night because Kirk was the one who handled the money for security. Gene says he told him about how he needed to get protection, a lot more protection, because there was only about 23 people with them, but barely enough security to cover the team. According to the lawsuit, Burrowes allegedly called Puff, and Puff refused to pay for additional guards. Gene says that the detail alone vindicates everything he was saying for years. But Burrowes also backs up another major claim. Biggie was supposed to fly to London the next day to film something for Aristotle Records, something that they already invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into. Burrowes said he insists that Biggie must go, but Diddy allegedly forced the cancellation and cursed Burrowes out over it. Instead, Puffy took D-Rock, Sally Richardson, and others for the day. Biggie later told Clark Kent that Puff and D-Rock set him up to attend the party late night when he died. A party Big wasn't even excited to go to. Wow. Gene has been saying it for years. People has been calling him a liar when he said there were multiple groups looking for the bad boy artist, Biggie. He even mentioned a few names. He said Dog Pound affiliates, Bloods. People believed Wolf had something to do with Jake's death. The Nation of Islam members tried to separate the conflict. That's what they tried to do. The crooked LAPD officers. According to him, there were 4 to 5 different groups who had issues with the Bad Boy team at that time. So that lawsuit doesn't deny that this atmosphere. In fact, it reinforces the idea that Big was surrounded by danger from multiple sides. And Gene Deal's frustration comes through. He says he spent his entire career protecting Diddy, running towards danger every single time. But he feels haunted, because he couldn't do the same for Biggie. He says he protected Puff that night. He wasn't positioned to protect Big, and that pain follows him forever. And what made Kirk Burrowes' lawsuit so explosive is that it connects internally to the Bad Boy politics. Long denial, industry rumors, questionable leadership decisions, and the chaotic environment surrounding Biggie's death Whatever these claims stand in court remains to be seen, but what's undeniable is that the major part of Gene Deal's story, long dismissed by critics, now have officially collaborated for someone who was the insides of Puff's inner circle. The case is far from over, and there's more details going to come about that are going to be surfacing. It's becoming very clear that the history of the Bad Boy Records and the tragic loss of Biggie Smalls may be understood very differently than the public was told for decades. If you guys want the breakdowns, verified transcripts, and real explanations without that clickbait, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button, and let's go.